Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings I bid to Miss Siti Sarina binti Sulaiman. My name is Arina Amira binti Abdul Rahim, and I am from Group RBA 24248. And today, for course code ELC590, I am going to talk about the significance of mental health days for youth development. Before we dive deeper, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been in a public space, like when you are heading home or when you are on a public transport, and your eyes wandering around observing people's behavior? Then you start wondering if they are going through something or what is on their mind. Or when you attend class and you are curious if your teacher or friends or students are fighting a silent battle, but they do not talk about it? Do you know that in Malaysia, a survey showed that the highest rate of mental health issues is found among 16 to 19 years old, and about 18.3% of them suffer from depression, and that 10% have thoughts about suicide. This is serious because some reasons for this include unemployment, financial, family, as well as relationship issues. These problems are made worse by not having good ways to cope and not getting enough support from others. People also face challenges getting treatment, like not knowing enough about mental health, being afraid of what others might think, as well as lacking support and struggling to find professional help. Think about those times when you are curious about what is going on with people around you. Even us, as tertiary students, are well aware that a lot of college students, whether they are from the local area or studying abroad, we struggle more with our mental health. This can show up as lasting changes in behavior, and usually, family, friends, and even peers or teachers are often the ones who notice these signs the most, like having trouble sleeping, or we get angry more easily. Today, we are going to talk about something important beyond just books. We will look at why your youth mental health days matter and how we can support each other through tough times. First, let's understand the challenges our friends may be facing and emphasize the importance of creating a caring community where mental well-being is a top priority. Other than academic challenges, a lot of tertiary students grapple with personal life problems that lead them to experiencing negative, complex feelings with nowhere to turn for help and support. The common daily dilemma that most students come across is when they have a lot on their plate and have no one to talk to or seek advice from, leaving them feeling overwhelmed and isolated in the face of their challenges. Many students struggle to balance a lot of duties without having quick access to assistance for honest communication or direction, and this can leave them feeling overwhelmed and alone, which exacerbates the emotional toll that their academic and personal challenges take. The pandemic of COVID-19 has increased stress and anxiety levels among our youth because of digital addictions. Symptoms such as depression, anxiety, loneliness, work avoidance, and procrastination may go unnoticed and untreated, especially during pandemics. Unfortunately, people with the illness do not realize that they are actually in a happy, addictive state by spending a lot of time on social media, entertainment, and internet, and the fact that this is harming their mental health. Certain students come from low-income homes who struggle to provide for their necessities. Rafidi, who is a journalist, discovered through interviews that students often need to work part-time to cover their daily expenses, include school fees, and to support their families. One student even had to take exams while they are hungry, going 2 days without food due to financial constraints. Can you imagine that? Another student shared that to afford study materials, he worked late nights as a cashier and server at a restaurant, borrowing money from friends when needed. This financial pressure forces students to balance academic responsibilities with the need to earn money for daily living expenses. Currently, students are experiencing heightened academic pressure worsened by the impact of COVID-19. The pandemic has brought about significant changes in the education systems. Exams were shifted to an online format, a change initially liked by many. However, provided a new path for education and communication. Actually, many students struggled to keep up academically. This led to a decline in their academic performance and negatively impacted their mental health. While a lot of students successfully participate in online classes and even utilize the chance to enroll in various online courses, they couldn't manage due to time constraints. There were also students who had to completely abandon their education. So now I'm sure that you can see the need for students to have recess days, particularly for mental health. But you might be wondering how having mental health days can actually improve the well-being of students. Picture this scenario, an educational landscape where mental health days are recognized as a strategic investment in student success, fostering a culture that values not only intellectual growth but also the profound impact of emotional wellness on learning outcomes. Students' overall well-being will be improved when they are allowed to take up to 5 days of mental health days per semester. Taking regular breaks for mental well-being can help prevent burnout, enabling students to recharge and maintain a healthier balance between academic responsibility and self-care. Other than that, we can also establish clear guidelines by defining the maximum number of mental health days allowed each semester, detailing the procedures for requesting and approving these days, as well as prioritizing the confidentiality to ensure students feeling comfortable to seek support. Next is the information on mental health resources is provided like counseling services and helplines to ensure students are aware of these options when they take mental health days so they can know where to turn to. Promoting mental health days encourages students to cultivate and apply healthy coping mechanisms that are crucial for their long-term well-being. When students are equipped with healthy stress coping mechanisms, I believe that it can lead to positive outcomes in their mental and physical well-being, as well as positively impact their academic performance. Next is promote self-care education by incorporating it into curriculum, empowering students with tools to proactively manage their mental health and encourage healthy habits like sufficient sleep, exercise, and stress reduction techniques. Addressing students' mental health awareness necessitates a comprehensive and well-coordinated approach where it involves collaboration among educational institutions, administrators, educators, parents, and mental health professionals. How to implement? To implement communication strategies to increase awareness of mental health issues and available resources. We have to conduct campaigns to diminish stigma and encourage an open dialogue about mental health within the educational community, and broaden collaboration beyond the school setting by involving the wider community, including local mental health organizations and services. Meanwhile, students should take an active part in mental health programs organized by the school by sharing ideas and providing feedback to make sure the programs are helpful and effective. Now you can see that the impacts of mental health days are substantial, and in order to make it happen, it requires cooperative efforts from various parties. Now let's see what would likely occur if mental health days are not implemented. Mental health days allow students to recharge and focus on our well-being. Mental health days will help students in fostering healthier and more balanced academic and personal life. I believe that activities during mental health days comprising outdoor recreation, connecting with loved ones, mindfulness practices, stress reduction techniques, rest and sleep will do wonders in improving students' mental health. The problem arises when mental health issues are being ridiculed and taken lightly. This behavior contributes to harmful societal attitude that downplays the seriousness and complexity of mental health challenges. People facing such challenges might sense isolation, feeling their experiences are not acknowledged, or be hesitant to open up about what they are going through. By now, we should already know why mental health days should be implemented for the sake of our generation. As we can obviously see, deciding to take mental health days seriously is one of the most life-changing decisions we would ever make for our generation, and the greatest self-care we could ever give not only to our mental but also our physical well-being. Providing students with mental health days enhances the effectiveness of learning by first focusing on improving their mental health conditions. Students are more likely to comprehend and retain concepts when experiencing reduced chronic stress and anxiety. Acknowledge the times we have witnessed the complexity of people's life around us. Since we as university students are aware of the challenges our peers encounter, it is imperative that mental health days be implemented for the sake of our generation's well-being. In understanding how important it is to focus on mental health days, we realize that choosing to take them seriously is not just a big decision, it is also a powerful way to take care of ourselves, looking after both of our mind and body. After all, taking care of our mental health is an act of self-love. Let's come together to support mental health days for students, ask for clear rules, help and learning to build a caring community that values the success of our institution and emotional wellness. Our involvement can really help fostering a healthier future for all of us. Thank you. That's all from me.